Yogananda, Paramahansa Yogananda, was in the 1920s, early 1900s. He's the founder of the Self-Realization Fellowship, which I used to pray in their gardens and go meditate in their gardens. I lived in Hollywood. I lived several blocks away from one of their temples. So he was in the 1920s, but let's back up even more. The late 1800s was when Swami Vivekananda came over from India. And this guy is very important. He was a Hindu monk and attracted to the wealth that was in America. So he came over, and many of you may know the World's Fair. It brought all these cultures together, and that was sort of his debut. So he came over and he captivated audiences there. And he was very savvy, very intelligent, very charismatic. And that sort of started things on a different level. But one more thing we'll do is back up to the first yogi. And this is important for our conversation today. The first yogi in America, a lot of people think, is Henry David Thoreau, or Thoreau, of the Transcendentalists, kind of the fathers of what we know now is the New Thought movement. Again, it's a bunch of different outposts, but it's kind of like the Church of Oprah stuff, Deepak Chopra stuff, mind cure, mind science stuff. But they were very explicitly against biblical authority and historic Christianity. And they were very entranced by Hinduism, essentially, and Brahman, and this ultimate reality. So Ralph Waldo Emerson and Henry David Thoreau really were kind of the first ones to dabble in this. And Thoreau is kind of known as the first yogi in America. And that was
I didn't know that.
Early 1800s. Yeah. So there's several different people that were credited with bringing yoga here and popularizing it. And they had students and different people that would popularize what they were doing. But what I noticed when I was researching these guys, 3 things stood out to me. And I can't really shake it. And the first thing that stood out to me was that there was a deliberate decision to hide the fine print. So as they brought Hinduism over, and it's documented, and Simon does a great job, there was this idea of what really is going on behind this yoga practice is going to scare the Americans. It's too much. They're not ready for it. So we're going to keep that back, and we're going to soft sell it. And they were very intelligent businessmen and teachers. So that was common to all of these different guys at slightly different times. The second thing that's very interesting to me is that there was a conscious decision to link the practice of yoga with an already widely accepted public idea, and that was the industry of health and wellness. So instead of, here's our religious practice, it was, here's a tool for health. Here's a way to calm your anxiety. Here is a way to help you stay trim. You want to sleep better, lose some weight? This is just a tool that's going to help you. Americans love health, and they clicked into that really quickly. And the third thing, that this might be the most interesting one to me, is they studied Christian evangelists, and they were very entranced with their ability to connect with audiences and preach. And they took words that they knew Christian America felt comfortable with, and they substituted words from Hinduism that they thought might be too unfamiliar or scary, and they traded out the words to make this idea more palatable to Americans. Of course, their meaning of these words and the Christian meaning of these words are different, but there was this sort of kind of bait and switch thing happening to help their cause.